What's up, guys? My name's Olivia, also known as Jetlag Liv, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Olivia and I love travel and create travel and lifestyle content right here on this YouTube channel. So if you're new, I would love if you would subscribe and join the crew. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. Okay, anyway, today's video is going to be plain and simple. I'm going to prepare you with the knowledge and resources that you'll need to research any destinations that you're wanting to travel right now. And yes, you can travel right now. It's really up to you and your discretion, but there are places that US citizens and other citizens of the world can travel to. For this video specifically, I'm going to be talking about where US citizens can travel and what I would do in the process of finding that location, researching what precautions and steps are required to visit, and how I would execute those steps. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through what I would do, and you can kind of maybe do the same thing if you're wanting a quick getaway to an international destination, and I'll try my very best to look into domestic as well. But what you'll need is a phone or a computer. I'm going to do a little screen grab from my phone because I feel like that's the easiest way, and just about everyone has a phone. So I'm going to do a screen recording of what I will be Googling, what links I'll be visiting, and you can just watch me do my thing and I'll kind of explain step by step. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that all the links of the websites that I go on will be linked down below too. So if you're having trouble with your Googling, then this will definitely help you out. I'll just link it all in the description box. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alrighty, the first thing I'm gonna do obviously is record. So we are going to Google. I've got it pulled up and I do have a private browser. This is on purpose because why is all that trending? Anyway, so I've got it on private just because I don't want a location that I click on to elevate all of the prices on flights, websites, accommodations websites. It's all more information on how I find cheap flights, that video, so I'll link that. But here's what we're gonna look up. We're gonna look up where US citizens can travel to now. And okay, so this is the website that I've been going on right here, travel.usnews.com, I guess. All right, so this is the website I've been banking on. It's currently updated as of February 4th, which is good. Like Croatia, used to be able to travel to Croatia. That's no more, and they went ahead and they striped through Croatia. So it's kind of current, which is good. Should you trust this source wholeheartedly? I don't know, that's up to you, but here is the list. I'm going off of what this website's saying, and then I'm going to those places, websites, which we'll get into. So let's take a look. We've got Albania, Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, a bunch of these places. Like a lot of them are islands, which is particularly interesting to me, if you want to ask me. But we've got all these places here, and I mean, really, it's very, very tempting. Okay, so let's say for argument's sake, we're interested in Bermuda right here. Basically what it's saying is you need to have negative results from a COVID test no more than 5 days before departure from the US travelers. Oh, that's a period. I was like, why doesn't that run? Okay, no more than 5 days before departure from the US, period, okay? Travelers will be tested again upon arrival and forced to quarantine until negative results come back. So for this one specifically, if we're going to Bermuda, we've got to get a COVID test. You can go through maybe Walgreens, or perhaps they have specific, what I'm guessing is a PCR test. We would find that out obviously on their website. So if we continue to read, so let's say like, oh, I'm interested based off of that. So here we go. Then I'll keep reading. Travelers will also be required to submit a travel authorization form and a $75 fee. So that could be, maybe that turns you away. Maybe that's like, oh, $75, drop in the bucket, which if you think that's a drop in the bucket, let's talk, because you could drop it in my bucket if you want. Okay, anyway, throughout the first 14 days of their stay, visitors must wear a traveler wristband. I've never read this one, so I'm like, visit the U.S. Consulate in Bermuda website for additional information. So let's say we're on board with all of that. This website, fortunately, provides links to these websites of the tourism board. So if I'm interested in Bermuda, I'm gonna click the Bermuda website. So I would click this. The tourism board also has a website. That's what I'd be clicking. Okay, so I would look up here, a guide for Bermuda bound travelers. So this is all of the information you could ever want is provided from these tourism board websites, because they need your coin, guys. They need you to come help support their economy that relies so heavily on tourism. So they're going to give you ample amounts of information so that you can come. All right, so here we go. We've got, oh my God, a little blurb that makes me want to go to Bermuda immediately. Pristine pink sand beaches and wide open natural spaces are once again within easy reach. Okay, Bermuda, hire me. Okay, so let's say we want to learn the travel authorization process. So we've got within 24 to 72 hours of departure, travelers must complete this form online. Okay, so we would hit apply, and then we would go on this form here, read about when we need our test taken, what kind of test. It's specific. It says PCR. You can't do the rapid test, and you can't do the antigen or antibody, which, oof. But luckily it says you gotta have the PCR test. It says you have to wear a bracelet. You'll be charged $300 on arrival for that bracelet. That's see, you've got to read this stuff, guys. A lot of their they're being extra safe, right? These precautions are in place for a reason, and we know the reason, especially being in the US, we know the reason, because shit can hit the fan real fast, okay? So they're taking these extra precautions, extra fines. These precautions cost money, so there's X, Y, and Z you've got to follow. So this would be the website that you would want to go to at the end of the line. And let's say if we go back here, we could maybe look at there's frequently asked questions, okay? So we can figure out like what you need to do. Perfect. Pre-departure, here's steps you need to take, okay? In flight, you have to do this. Upon arrival, there are a lot of things that you have to do. No thanks. So it also even goes as far as to saying what's expected on the island, whether that be masks, mandatory masks, curfews. Like I know Puerto Rico used to have a curfew. It's since extended, I think, but I think there still is a curfew in place. So things like that you're gonna find only on the reliable government websites for the locations that you're wanting to go to. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna do something that I haven't done before, and we're going to Google for domestic flights, okay? So we're gonna see where we can travel in the US and if a COVID test is necessary or a quarantine is necessary in those countries. So we're going to, let's see, I'm gonna look up where can US citizens travel domestic? Okay, see, I found this article, but this is from June 26th. So, not to mention, that's it? Oh, okay, no, never mind. So here's what I would do. If I was, let's say I was on Google Flights, which is what I use. Again, that's how you find the cheap flights. So definitely check out my video on that. But what I would do, let's say I wanted to go to Atlanta. I would go obviously to what is probably atlanta.gov or georgia.gov and find out what their COVID precautions are and what their quarantine period is, or if you need a test to travel and cross state lines. Now, I don't really know how they would enforce that because if you're watching this and you're not from the US, there's not really border patrol in between each state. They kind of just flow. But I don't know how they would do that, but it's probably up to you to be responsible. If you do need a quarantine for a 7 to 14 day period, you would be expected to do that. Unless that state recommends a negative COVID test, and then you can just be about your business there. But guys, as far as domestic, it's gonna be a little bit easier, I feel, in terms of actually traveling. However, the research might be a little more difficult because, you know, international travel is the hot topic right now. So that is pretty much all I have for you guys today. I know it was a kind of a just sit down and talk video, but I really wanted to make this to inform you and kind of keep you updated and kind of keep you in the loop of how I myself may be traveling to an international destination soon, and this is what I've done to get me ready for that point. So we'll see on that. I don't know. I'll let you know if that ends up happening, because I am definitely ready. I'm ready for the adjustments that need to be made. I'm flexible enough to know that the changes are going to be nonstop. You just kind of have to be flexible nowadays, but that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big fat thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. We really love to have you here and join the crew. So that's all, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.